Yo, what's good, everybody? It's your boy GMike Perez, aka GMike, and y'all already know what's good, baby. Back with another episode of the G Perspective. This week, bringing on O2 guests Rodney Washington, Snooty, and Richard Dikembe Moss, back on another episode to talk about the Atlanta Falcons, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, NFL Thursday Night Football game. Talk about rest in peace, Dikembe Mutombo, and a lot of other topics going into the NFL. But before we get into it, please follow me on my socials at GMike Perez on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube at GMikeMedia_. The audio version of this podcast is available on all podcast platforms and the video version on YouTube as well. And if you're a sports gambling degenerate like myself, please join the Telegram channel where we charge $5 a month to get you daily winnings from $10 to $50 to $100. So if you guys see the link on your screen, put that in your web browser. If not, just hit me up on one of my socials that you'll see on the screen as well. Slide in my DM and we'll get you on and popping. But without further ado, let's jump into this interesting, exciting, long conversation that we had on NFL topics this week. And let's get it. Woo! Back again, baby. I got my dog Rodney Washington in the mix. Ooh. Richard Dikembe Moss in the mix. Them boys ready. How y'all feeling, man?
I'm doing well. You can go ahead because you already know how I'm feeling. I'm feeling
ecstatic.
I'm feeling ecstatic. My Yankees, you see my Yankees, right?
Yes, sir.
You see them?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay. they looking all right. They looking all right. But yeah, Falcons though, baby. Falcons, baby.
He don't want to talk about the Braves, though.
Daryl Hodge, let's go. Okay, I'm gonna chill because I run off the set and start doing backflips.
He don't want to bring up the Braves, though. He don't
exactly.
want to bring up the
Braves. No, PTSD. Symptoms. Symptoms.
I took the Falcons plus 6.5. So
Yeah, come on, man. Come on, man.
Yeah. That was a good bet.
Yeah, solid.
Yeah. Exactly.
Well, hey, thank you guys for coming on, man. I really appreciate it. You already know I'm going to have you back on for other episodes, too. I appreciate you guys helping me out. And, we get this content together and keep growing, keep working, trying to be successful and get this money, baby. Money, baby.
Little guapi.
You know how it is. Hey, for the folks out there, man, shout out to my man, Rodney Washington right here. He's doing it big. He went to sportscasting school with us at Dan Patrick School of Sportscasting at Full Sail University. He graduated, 6 months after us, Dickie, I would say, right? Mm-hmm. But doing it big, working in the industry in sportscasting as a reporter in Georgia. So shout out to him, man.
That's a fact, my boy.
Hell yeah.
Thank y'all so much, man. That's much appreciated, bro.
I want you to tell us about how's it going for you, how the opportunities coming for you, how the network is going, all the good that's coming in the industry.
Bro, I just want to say that I really appreciate Full Sail for everything they taught us, from Tuck class with interviewing, Christine with inflections, and Gus always been tough on me because I got a little swag how I talk, and I just use all those skills that they taught me, and it goes great. I have a show now called Tailgate Talk where I pull up with my vehicle. I got sponsored by Jimmy Hot Dogs. Shout out to Jimmy's, the best hot dog spot in Albany and Leesburg. So what I do is I pull up to the coaches, have my hot dogs and ask them about the upcoming matchup. But how we determine it is we post on Facebook and have them vote on the game of the week. So I don't know what game I'm going to be going to until Monday. And then I just coordinate with the coaches, pull up, ask them a couple questions, and it's lovely, bro. It's busy. It's a lot of editing, a lot of, Tyler Perryism. You shoot, edit, produce, like Lee say, you're a one-man band. But if you able to keep up with the work, with your editing, your timing, your scheduling, and coordinating, and not procrastinating editing, not procrastinating when you got an editing thing to do, and just meeting deadlines, bro. If you can do that, man, you'll be functioning, bro. But I love it. Mostly football because it's football season, but I always try to get softball in and incorporate the women too, because we always covering men. So what I like to do is cover women's sports also. So I always try to cover a woman's sport at least once a week while I'm doing this football thing. So I'm still in the studio. I'm still doing that aspect, but now I'm in them trenches, man. Like I got to go cover a football game tonight and go to Athens tomorrow. So one last thing. So I'm covering the game at 7:30 tonight. Get that in by 10 o'clock. Drive all the way to Athens tonight, and then I'm covering UGA tomorrow. So it's just you got to be just ready to be on the swivel, and just you know what I'm saying, steadfast. It's the grind, baby, and I love it, man. Yeah. I can talk about that all day, man. Let's go ahead and get to this question, bro. I'm getting giddy, man.
Like I told you before we started the show, man, Matt, proud of you, bro. Keep working hard, man. You know, keep pushing through because at the end of the day, this is what we want to do, man. We know, we want the money, but at the end of the day, this is what we love to do. So
it's what we love. I love it, bro. For real.
Keep doing it. You know what I'm saying?
Facts. I actually stopped in Albany and I saw Snooty and he took me to that hot dog spot. That hot dogs was fire. You know, nice little family owned hot dogs.
Good little glizzies, man.
That's a fact. Yeah, it was super calm, super chill. And we actually did an interview too. So, you know what I'm saying? He definitely showed mad love when I came out there. So
on Snooty Lounge podcast, y'all. In the words of Charles Barkley, Shaq, Google me. I'm telling you, like, we're popping up, bro.
You're selling those hats right there?
I'm gonna be selling these hats. I haven't sold one yet, but I'm gonna start eventually to start selling these hats personally. But for now, it's just a one of one.
No, if you make another one, send it to me.
I got you for free, bro. You ain't got to pay shit, bro. No.
Come on, man. We out here supporting each other. Come on.
That's a fact. Yeah,
I got you.
You got to support your friends, dog. Now, if Gucci out there and Louis want to give me something for free, hey, I'm with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's real right there. That's real, bro. I got you.
But yeah, let's get this going, man. And just to start off the show, we're gonna start off a little lightly here. Just to talk about Dikembe Mutombo passing away at 58 years old. Give a little 3-second moment of silence for the man.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, passing away at 58 years old due to brain cancer. And sad to see, 58 is a young age, especially in today's generation that's dying very, very young. He was an ambassador of the pro basketball career sport. And I just wanted to see if you guys have any fond memories of him. Does you want to share it before we continue with the show?
You want me to go first?
Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
So Dikembe Mutombo, again, one of my probably one of my more favorite defensive players besides Ben Wallace. Actually, a lot of people don't know. So Dikembe Mutombo, Ben Wallace, and now Rudy Gobert. Only 3 players ever in the NBA to win Defensive Player of the Year 4 times. But Dikembe, I really got into Dikembe. I'm a huge Allen Iverson fan. Allen Iverson is my favorite player of all time. You know, in 2001 with the Sixers, they did make the NBA Finals, but then ultimately lost to Kobe and Shaq. Obviously, Dikembe Mutombo was the defensive anchor for that team. Just, like G Money said, great ambassador for the NBA. A lot of people don't know that. Also, along with Luol Deng, Dikembe Mutombo had a real hand in a lot of the NBA stuff that was going on in Africa,
exactly.
NBA African League and things of that nature. So he was very, pivotal in that, like I say, great ambassador for the game. I don't think anybody had a negative word to say about him. Yep. Maybe sometimes they might not have liked his defense on the court. I mean, one of the all-time shot block leaders and stuff like that. So he probably denied you, he probably sent you favorite players shot packing once or twice. But, listen, Dikembe, great ambassador for the NBA, man. He'll truly be missed. R.I.P.
Yeah.
Bro, like that was well said, man. He actually took some of my points too about Dikembe. But one thing I do like about Dikembe, he did play for this team in his time. So he did have a start with the Hawks. But one of my fondest memories of Dikembe Mutombo is actually on YouTube. When I did some research on him and looking into him a little bit, I didn't know he was a part of that team on the Nuggets that beat the number 1 seed that was back in the day. And that was the first time that ever happened to AC beating the 1 seed. So he's always going to be a part of history and the NBA Africa aspect. So I'm always big in somebody who's going to look out, who's going to make it and give a little back. Now, I'm not telling you to go broke. Like, I ain't telling you to get an M and give up 900 reps, but it's always good. You pay tithes, you give 10%, but, you want to look out for your people where you're from. It's not as the area, I'm trying to say, nice. The area is not like how we have it here. So for him to be able to go back, look out with Lou Alden, get back to his community. And think about it. Have you ever heard anybody go on Instagram or any Facebook or talk smack about him? Like I've never heard him in a beef. I've never heard nobody go on ESPN, do an interview about him, trash him, or no documentaries. You know how these people age and some bad stuff come out about him. I'm actually looking forward to how they pieces the biography together and learn some more things that I didn't know. I'm quite sure we're going to learn about, where did the no aspect come from? Because, literally, like, everybody does this now. So I'm proud of, what Dikembe Mutombo did for this earth. And I know his legacy is always going to live on forever. So as a Hawks fan and as a fan of defense and as an ambassador that he was, RIP Dikembe. And, you're always going to be in our hearts, bro.
For sure.
Yeah. For me, there's not really much to say because you guys hit all the great points on that. I just touch up on it a little bit. Anybody that really likes to make a change in the world with using their professional career and try to make the world a better place, for other people out there that aren't fortunate enough like us here in the United States, man, always big time shout outs to them, mad respect to them, bro. And then just how Rodney said, like everybody knows that, oh, no. And it's like, we would love to see where that came from. We would like to see a documentary on him. And like, again, like Rodney said, like no one has any bad things to say about him. Like you look all over the internet, a lot of good things to say about Mutombo. So it's, again, big shout out to him, man. Rest in peace. And hopefully a lot of prayers and condolences going out to his family.
To his family, for sure.
To his family, for sure.
Yeah. All right. So let's get moving on to still basketball, but we got some exciting news that came out this week. Some crazy news that came out this week that I'm pretty sure out of the three of us, I'm pretty sure we did not see this coming. There was some rumors. Some rumors going around, but I'm pretty sure we did not see this coming. But Karl Anthony Towns has been traded to the New York Knicks. Ooh. Minnesota receives Julius Randle, Dante DiVincenzo, and a 2025 top 13 projected first-round pick. And like we were talking about it before, Rodney had mentioned the Charlotte Hornets were involved in this trade as well. Mm-hmm. It was just a small increment, so it wasn't really that big of a deal. I'm going to start off with you first, Dickie. How do you feel about this trade, and how is this going to look for the overall outcome for the New York Knicks?
Well, if I'm going to be honest with you, I was a little bit shocked with the trade, only because we had heard some rumblings about, a Cat trade, maybe even a Rudy, like they kind of had to split that up. But I thought since they had made the Western Conference and not only made the Western Conference Finals, but also beat the Denver Nuggets on their way to the Western Conference Finals, I kind of thought in Minnesota, the feeling was like, okay, let's run it back. Let's maybe, increase our bench depth and, take another shot at this thing. But they pulled the trigger. I do love I'm not gonna lie, I like the trade for them. I personally felt like, against my personal biases against Julius Randle, but I think he just wasn't, in my opinion.
Right. Yes. I know what you're trying to say. He wasn't it. You can go and say it.
That Knicks
he wasn't.
Like that run they went on last year, he was hurt for the entire thing. I know people might say, well, what if Julius was there? It just doesn't feel like that same brotherly type of like feel. Julius was kind of like on the outside. Now, also losing DiVincenzo, I know that hurts them, big, especially, those Villanova boys with Brunson, Hart. Now they got Mikal Bridges, went out and got Mikal Bridges, who also went to Villanova. I know they wanted to kind of keep that intact, but in this league, no risk, no reward. So they had to send DiVincenzo. And now Cat coming to the Knicks, in my personal opinion, I really think the Knicks can be the second best team in the Eastern Conference. And I know people will be like, well, what about Philly? In my opinion, I have been burned by Philly too many times. It's not even by Philly. It's by Joel Embiid's
parlays, man. The parlays getting kicked.
It's Joel Embiid's health. That's what the success of the Philadelphia 76ers is predicated on. It's not about Paul George. It's not about a rising star in Tyrese Maxey. It's all about Joel Embiid's health. Can he stay healthy for the full regular season, or just, play 60 games and then be ready for the playoffs? that is what will determine Philly's health. But I think, in all honesty, I think the Knicks, the only team they're looking up at is Boston Celtics. Now, also, I do think the Knicks need to buffer out that bench a little bit, because again, they don't really have much of a bench now with DiVincenzo gone. I mean, you got a pretty solid starting five, but once that sixth man comes off the bench, who's that going to be? So we'll see with that. But right now, I think the Knicks, if I was a Knicks fan, I'll be jumping for joy right now.
Okay, very well said. Very well said. Rodney, what you think, bro?
I am indifferent with the trade, fellas. And I'm going to explain why I kind of am. I mean, they did trade Julius Randle over to the Timberwolves, and, he's coming off a collar injury. But from the Timberwolves standpoint, I mean, is it a 1-year rental, or are you going to pay him? So that's one thing I'm kind of thinking about, when you make this move. But, I mean, if I'm the New York Knicks, we can call ourselves the New York Villanovas. I mean, I wouldn't be mad at all. Cat going over there with, Hart, OG. Then Mitch Robinson is hurt. He's going to come back in. And when he comes back, that's going to put Karl Anthony Towns at the 4, and they can run it naturally with John Hart coming off the bench. So that's kind of how I'm going to be looking at the Knicks. I mean, I kind of like Dickie Moss' take. Like, I still don't think they're the best team. I think Joel Embiid will work him in the regular season, but I'm not going with Joe. I'm with you. I'm done. Joel, we're done. Like, you show me in the playoffs, healthy. And, I say you dropped 35 points per game on the Knicks last year, but I mean, you only played a few games. But I got a theory, fellas. Let me know what you think about this. So, with the Timberwolves, they got Julius Randle, and for me, it's a 1-year rental. I just don't see them paying. I just can't see them paying him a max contract. But how about this? They got Naz Reid. Naz Reid is a baller, bro. Start him. Put Randle on the bench. He's a volume shooter. Let him dominate the second squad, bro. Let him go do that and earn his keep, man. That's what I really feel, man. You can't take Gobert out, bro. That's my theory.
If I'm going to be honest with you, I like that, but I don't think he's at that point in his career. Because remember, that was a lot of the stuff that we said about
like in his mindset.
Exactly. In his mind, he still thinks he can contribute, which I think he can contribute. I think he is a starter. I'm not going to disrespect and say that he's not a starter, but I think Julius Randle is going to want to come off the he's going to want to start.
Of course.
Yeah, he's going to want to start. I don't think he's at that point in his career, and especially coming off the injury, he's going to want to prove like, yo, I still.
He want to get. It's a money year, so it's a money year. He got to show it.
Money year. Exactly. Yeah, bro. For me, man, I honestly think that this trade doesn't move the needle for any of the teams. I feel like Cat and Julius Randle were kind of the same player in a sense. I feel like Julius Randle is more of a effort type play. He puts in more effort. He puts in more hustle. He put more aggression than Cat does. Cat is more skillful. He'll make more threes. He'll shoot the ball a little more, and he'll make more points. He'll grab maybe a little bit more rebounds. But for me, it's like you're kind of trading for the same player. Now, I'll give the edge to Minnesota because they're getting Dante DiVincenzo, which I think he's a dog. I think this guy hustles out of his mind. He can create for other players. He can shoot the three. He's a baller. He's a baller in the court. So I think that's going to help out in the whole aspect of backing up Anthony Edwards and that whole second unit with Naz Reid, because I agree with Rodney. I think now if they put Naz Reid to start, it'll be great, but I still like him coming off the bench because it reminds me of Tyler Hero with the Miami Heat. When he moved from the sixth man to the starter, he started playing like trash. He started playing like trash, and it's like, all right, let's put him back to the sixth man, let him run the second team, and let him be a baller. And I feel like that's what you got to do with Naz Reid. Let him come off the bench, back up Rudy Gobert, back up Julius Randle, and he could drop 20 to maybe 22 points a game if he really puts his heart out into it. But just speaking on the overall aspect of the trade, I really don't think it moved the needle for any team. I think Boston's going to be on top. Philly's going to be on top. My dark horse, Miami Heat, I'm always going to mention them. And even the Cleveland Cavaliers, they're going to be doing work.
Yep, there you go. Yep, let's talk about it.
And then on the west side, you still got the Clips. Yeah, Paul George is gone, but there's still they got a bench and they can still do a little bit of work. You got the Denver Nuggets, obviously Minnesota Timberwolves. The Lakers are going to try and do work, but I don't really see them doing as much.
Phoenix
is another one, but they're bench too.
Don't sleep on the Grizzlies.
Don't sleep on the Grizzlies. So for me, man, the trade was just like, okay, I'm gonna give you a an A- player, you give me a B+ player with a C- player and maybe a pick, and it's just like for me, it doesn't really do much, honestly.
So let me ask you a question, G Money, because I hear you say it doesn't move it marginal for you. Now, what if, kind of like what Snooty said, is that let's say if Mitchell Robinson, because a lot of their success last year with the Knicks was Hartenstein did a lot of that dirty work. He's in the paint, he's grabbing boards, offensive.
He's out of there, right?
Things of that nature. Yeah, he's out of there. He's in Oklahoma City now. What I'm saying is, I don't think Cat is that. Cat is not your down low dirty player to get his hands dirty and stuff. You need a guy that can do that. What if Mitchell Robinson did that, right? Or let's say you use Mitchell Robinson and you go get like, I don't know. I mean, the only thing I can think of, what if you went and tried to get like Kevon Looney from Golden State to do the dirty work? You can still have Cat, maybe play the stretch and stuff like that. Because to me, Cat kind of reminds me of Anthony Davis. Like, they don't want to play the 5. They don't want to get dirty. They don't want to be banging down there. So you need a banger, somebody that can bang, whether that's Mitchell Robinson, you go out, get Kevon Looney, you get somebody, right? Somebody to bang, and then you have Cat kind of coach. Would you like that better as opposed to Cat strictly playing the 5?
Bro, I got to be real with you. Cat can't hold the shoebox of what Anthony Davis plays on defense, bro. That's disrespectful.
I meant just their mentality.
I think he was talking about the offensive talent.
Okay, yeah. Okay, gotcha. Yeah. Oh, facts. Yeah, I'm with you with that one. I actually would take Cat shooting over Anthony Davis. Really think going at it though. Yeah.
It's just for me, man. When it comes to, because you could be great all regular season. We've seen it with James Harden, seen it with other players. You could be great all regular season. Yes, Paul George. You could be great all season, man, and we'll praise you for it. You'll get all NBA, you'll get all defense, you'll get whatever MVP voting that you're inclined to. But the real money comes in the fucking playoffs. And that isn't showing the hustle and the effort that he needs to show, man. I don't see the Knicks, and especially a Knicks team that that they're out there literally throwing hammers at people. Like
Tom Thibodeau.
I don't think exactly. I don't think he's going to fit that. Maybe they'll try. Maybe I could be wrong. Maybe he changes. But right now, as Cat stands, to me, he doesn't fit that squad because he's not going to go down and throw a shoulder. He's not going to go down and throw an elbow.
That's what you got Mitch for. That's what Mitch is for. Cat gonna run the 4, Mitch at the 5, bro. He ain't gonna bang, bro. He not gonna, and I don't want him to personally.
Yeah. So with Mitch, right? If Mitch can drop 10 to 15 a game, then I would say it's a different story.
That's tough.
It's a different story. With the scoring that he has now,
give him the DeAndre Jordan special.
Yeah, exactly. You might get 6 out of that man. But no, hell,
that's what I'm saying. So it's like it doesn't move the needle.
I see what you. I got you.
Now I will give Cat the benefit of the doubt. Remember, Tibbs did coach him in Minnesota. Now, super earlier in his career, but they do have that sort of a relationship. Maybe Tibbs could kind of pull something out of him now, because let's be, Cat is a completely different person mentally now. You know what I'm saying? He's a veteran now. Been in the league for a while, after his mom passed away, RIP and stuff like that. You saw how he kind of just changed up his mentality a bit. So maybe that's the only hope that I'm kind of hoping for and stuff. Like if I was a Knicks fan, but yeah, I'm kind of with you. Cat doesn't bang, and
just would love to see him impose his size. Most of the people with my stature would love to be that stature and just bully people, bro. So it's it's good to see the big men are shooting more now, but in the 2000s you had Tim Duncan did nothing but post up. You got Shaq who did nothing but post up, and I just think that the big man now is going away from it because of how Golden State changed the game. That everybody wants to just stay out in 30 and shoot from 30. And not using their God-given ability, which is being like 7 foot, and just doing a quick and just pivot,
throwing it in the basket.
Dunk, man. Come on now. Like I just want to see it every once in a while, and I don't think I'm asking for too much.
No, you're not. And it's like you see other players do it. You see Jokic do it. Yeah, he doesn't do it to the top ability of what these big time big men in the past were doing it, but he's still doing it. Joel Embiid.
Chet will shoot that
Yeah,
thing
Chet Holmgren
too.
too. And he's
Chet like 90 feet tall.
And he's like 90 pounds.
Victor Wembanyama.
And they're still playing like dogs, bro.
Yeah.
Like, oh, man, you got to – Cat, you've been in the league 11 years, man. You're a veteran, like Dickie says. You're a multiple-time All-Star. You've been in all NBA teams. You've been on all defensive teams. You've been close to the NBA Finals. You've been to the conference finals. Bro, you need to expand your game and start throwing elbows to these motherfuckers, man. Like,
quick question right quick, fellas. In a percentage-wise, how much do you think Anthony Edwards had like a little say in this move, though?
Definitely. I mean, they had to have talked to him. You know, like they had to have talked to. I mean,
how many times? How many times they talked?
Well, they had to at least say something. Like I don't see it happening now. Granted, I do. You know, I understand. You know, especially with the Ant-Man thing, a lot of his stardom and success has come fairly quickly. You know, within the last year or so. You feel me? But let's be honest, it is his team now. Like Cat was a number 1 overall pick. He was doing his thing or whatever, but it's about the mentality. Imagine if you put Ant-Man's mentality in Cat's body. Pause. Like you'd have your perfect player. You know what I'm saying? So that's
why Jimmy had to try them when he was there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's about a mentality. So I'm assuming they probably, you know, hollered at him real quick, like, yo, you know, what do you think? Because there's no way. I don't think they make a move like that without speaking. Because like I said, I was under the impression since they made the conference finals, they were gonna at least try to run it back. Because I felt if they would have lost, who they play in the second round? Denver. If they would have lost to Denver, I think Cat would have been out of there a lot sooner, or some big move would have been made a lot sooner. But since they made the conference finals, it's like, damn, like, bro, we was right there, you know, trying to compete. You know, granted, the Mavs kind of, you know, had their way. But, you know, a few bounces this way, Ant really steps into his own. Who knows what can happen? But, you know, again, that's why I said I was a little shocked, just a little bit.
Yeah. Well, man, we'll see. We'll see what's up with the Knicks and see if they actually move the needle. Remember, we got Boston in front of them. We got Philly in front of them. Cleveland's in
Boston
front of them.
Boston
to 1. Cleveland. That's what I say. Cleveland is a little sleeper. A lot of people don't. Cleveland was not healthy last year. You know what I'm saying? They could have made it very interesting. And obviously, you can't count out Indiana. You know what I'm saying as well. Again, like you said, your Heat, G Money, and then the Bucs. We ain't even say nothing about the Bucs. People forgot about the Bucs because Giannis was.
I just want to mention, even though we may not be in the conversation, I just want to mention the Hawks. You know, we are an NBA team in the East too. You know, we participate too. We play basketball too. That's all I got.
Y'all did make it playing. I mean,
yeah,
you know,
we did.
Listen, Detroit Pistons, best team in the Eastern Conference, right? Probably Detroit Pistons.
Maybe.
We'll see. We got Cade Cunningham.
We love you, Dickie Moss, but damn.
Hey, Cade Cunningham's the truth, though. I'm not gonna think that way. He's the truth. All right, man. Let's move to football here because I know my man Rodney is excited about what happened yesterday. We had the Atlanta Hawks hosting the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, a divisional rival on NFL Thursday Night Football on Amazon Prime, and they won 36-30 in. Real quick,
it's my turn to talk.
Before I get Rodney on the mic in the solo queue, I just want to mention, man, you Kirk Cousins haters out there, this man had a game.
Do you like that, Kirko haters? Do you like that?
But this man had a game. This man threw for 509 yards, 4 TDs, one crucial interception that was kind of, but it happens. People make mistakes. 42 completions on 58 attempts.
That's crazy. They threw the ball.
That's
we threw the ball a lot yesterday.
I'm not going to read every other stat so I can get Rodney going, but I just want to let the fans know that Kirk Cousins had a game. But Rodney, let me know how you feel about this and how you feel about the Falcons moving forward.
Brothers, I feel excellent. I'm elated. I'm ecstatic. I'm happy as fuck, y'all. Like, bro, what a game yesterday that we had, bro. My fantasy team. I got Drake London, Darnell Mooney, Kyle Pitts, Bijan Robinson. Bro, I got over 110 points on fantasy. That lets you know how we balled out yesterday. Darnell Mooney, 2 touchdowns. Now, a lot of people were talking crap when we signed Darnell, and I'm telling you, bro, he's turned out into being not gonna say elite, but a pretty good wide receiver number 2. He did drop a pass at the end of the game that possibly could have won us a game yesterday, but that's football. People are gonna drop the pass and everything. But with Kirk Cousins, this all I was asking for. When we beat the Eagles, it was, a last-minute, 2-minute drive. The week after that, we played the Saints. We won no offensive TDs, and I was just asking for Kirk to have a complete game. Now, come on, y'all. Like, all those passes, no, that's too much, bro. But it seems like we had an issue yesterday with the run blocking aspect. It seemed like Bijan just can't find it yet. But, I mean, looking at the game a little bit, like, it just seems like the Bucs, it was easier for the Bucs to run the ball than us. But thank goodness for Kirk O'Bang Arms and Drake London just being that receiver demon, man, because I was just tremendously impressed. And then on the defensive aspect, I mean, we did give up, over 20. That's a lot of points, but I can't fault them too much because we did fight hard. We was a bend but don't break. Shout out to Clark Phillips III because D. Alfred got hurt yesterday, and we had to put him in, and he did a tremendous job for being like the young DB that he is. Jesse Bates, I mean, every time I'm looking at the field, Jesse getting messy. That's all he do. And I'm not talking about the soccer player Messi. But like my dog be going crazy out there, man. Like Jesse and Justin Simmons, man. Like
shirt, man. Jesse getting messy. Put that on.
Jesse getting. Hey, I might got to trademark that one. But I'm just tremendously impressed by what we've been doing so far. Kirk 1,373 yards, Bijan 285, Drake London leading with 354. I would love for Pitts to get more involved. I mean, this may be a hot take, but if he requests a trade, bro, I can't be mad, bro. I know he wants to be involved. Last week, Raheem Morrison said stats are for losers, but not to the person who trying to get the money. Like, it's good for you to say that as a coach, but it's not for him. Not for him trying to get his money. So that's my take on the Falcons right now. I like the position we in, and let's go for the division, baby.
I think you guys take that division for sure. Dickie, what you think, man? What you got?
So again, you was kind of talking to me a little bit earlier about the Kirk Cousin haters. Now, I'm not necessarily a Kirk Cousin hater. I think I'm just a Kirk Cousins truther. And let's hold on.
I like the way you phrased that right there.
Yeah,
we've seen this before. Now, not to this extent, a 500-yard game and stuff like that. Excellent. Kirk played well yesterday, but Kirk Cousins is a regular season quarterback. I'm going to just be honest with you. He's a regular season quarterback. Even when a few years ago, when they hosted the New York Giants, the Giants came to Minnesota when you have Justin Jefferson, Addison, you had Cook at the time running the ball, still good enough, to carry that. And what happened? Nothing. You know what I'm saying? You lost to the lonely Giants who only had Saquon Barkley, literally gave the man the ball 30 times. So, I've seen this from Kirk. What I want to see is I do think the Falcons are going to contend for this division. I think the Bucs are going to kind of make it interesting. Obviously, we know what the Panthers are. The Saints, they're a long shot, but they're still there. But I think this division comes down between the Bucs and the Falcons. And once the Falcons get into the postseason, there's no more, there's no Carolina Panthers you're going to see in the postseason, no Jacksonville Jaguars. You're going to be playing quality teams. And when Kirk goes up against another quality quarterback, if you're playing the 49ers, you know what I'm saying? Yes, you did beat the Eagles, but, the Eagles, that's not necessarily the best matchup. Green Bay, you know what I'm saying? You could see Green Bay. You could even see a Minnesota. Who knows? Like, just these other teams, I just don't know how well Kirk is going to go when it comes to the postseason. In the regular season, I got it. I think Kirk Cousins can be that, top 10, at worst 12 quarterback, like somewhere in there. That's good enough to get you, especially with the talent he has around him. I expect the Falcons to put up numbers, but in the postseason, that's when I need to see it.
Yeah, so I want to play devil's advocate right here because Rodney and I had talked about it before we came on the show with what you're saying. When it comes to the postseason, I 100% agree. It's going to be a different showing. It's going to be a different type of talent that you're going to be playing against. Mm-hmm. But this is where we need to see this Falcons secondary step up, right? Mm-hmm. Because right now, they're not playing up to par like how they can. They got AJ Terrell over there, Jesse Bates, Justin Simmons. that should be a recipe to get teams to score under 20 points and not above 20 points. True. So when it comes to that, when they get that chemistry going, because I believe that they're going to get that chemistry going, it's still only week 4. There's a long season ahead of us, fellas. Yeah. They're going to get it together. They're going to show what type of team they're going to be. And I think when it comes playoff time, they're going to show that they can stop teams from scoring over 20 points.
Okay.
When it comes to the offense and Kirk Cousins, I do agree with Dickie. I think he is a regular season quarterback, but he has proven over the years that he's gotten better and better. It could be 1% better. It could be 5% better. Who knows? But if you look at his career stats, every season he's gotten better, right? So if you put that whole defensive clay together, that they start doing well, they start firing on all cylinders, they stop letting teams score for over 20 points, and then you got this dynamic offense, Bijan Robinson, Tyler Algier, Kyle Pitts, Darnell Mooney, Drake London, and then Kirk Cousins at the throne. I don't know, man. I could see this team going really far. I could see them going to the conference championship. I definitely see them winning the division. I think the Buccaneers are going to be tight with them, but I think the Buccaneers are going to have just too little pieces on defense that are going to stop other teams from scoring, because I think their offense is going to be up to play. They're going to be at each and every game, they're going to be scoring at will, just like they did last night. But when it comes to their defense, I don't think it's going to match up as well against these teams down the road. So once you get that going together, I think the Falcons are going to be good. I think they're going to win the division, and they could probably go far, man. They could probably go far.
Really quickly, 2-0 in the division. We held the Steelers to no touchdowns. Last week, we scored off defense and special teams. So, I mean, like as you said, the defense got to pick up. But I do like that I can actually say we got a defense that's just as competent as offense. And as a Falcon fan, I don't think I ever said that out of my mouth. So, I mean, it's just very good to say that. I have a defense.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Well, I just want to let you know that Kirk Cousins has been in the league longer than Dak Prescott and has one less playoff win than him. So,
but honestly, we called him unprime time, Kirk, and look what my dog doing on prime time. So we're just stepping stones
against the Chiefs
with 2 prime times now. So we're taking it as we can go. Like now we got prime time, Kirk. Let's get playoff Kirk.
He's going slow. It's like the stock market. He's going up and down, but he's going up.
Listen, they just need to keep throwing the ball to Bijan, okay? I'm tired of him not producing on my goddamn fantasy team, bro.
Our goddamn fantasy. I got him too. I'm beat y'all ass in our fantasy league too.
I'm playing Dickie in my league that I commissioned, and I sacked Kyle Pitts because of what happened last week. And I'm like, they're playing against a good defense against tight ends, so I'm not going to start him. And then next thing you know,
first drive, 33-yard bomb.
I'm like, God.
Bro, that's the same shit. I said I'm never drafting Kyle Pitts again. Every year I do this to myself, bro. And then Mark Andrews too, same shit. Like,
bro, he just fell off the cliff, bro. Like that's crazy what Andrews doing.
After that injury, it just put him down. Like I think mentally it put him down.
Yeah,
I think he's there.
He probably need one of those games, where he goes off to kind of get his confidence back. So
yeah, probably. So next we're gonna jump into Dickie's team, the Jacksonville Jaguars, who are 0-4. But it's a little saddening on what's going on. So I'm gonna help you out because I play you in fantasy this week, and I want to let you know that Joe Mixon will not play on Sunday. So fix your goddamn lineup.
Oh yeah.
I just read it before we got on. He ain't gonna play. He ain't gonna play Sunday. But we'll jump to your team right now, and I'm gonna start with you first. But before we get going, the Jacksonville Jaguars are 0-4, last place in the AFC South. Last game they played a divisional rival.
NFL.
Yeah. Right next to the Dolphins.
Defeated team in the NFL.
They lost to the Houston Texans 24-20, which was a close game until the end. They played really well that second half of the game. They didn't let the Texans score until the last 4 minutes of that game. Texas came down, scored one game-winning drive, and it was over. Trevor Lawrence threw for 169 yards, 2 TDs, 0 interceptions, 18 completions on 33 attempts. Tank Bigsby ran for 7 carries, 90 yards. Travis Etienne, which a lot of us are very disappointed on his play this year. We do not know what's going on with him. Dickie, if you know, please let us know what's going on with him. But he ran 11 times for 50 yards, and he didn't even have a catch, which was pretty wild to me.
Yeah.
But the rookie sensation, Brian Thomas Jr., he's doing great for you guys throughout the whole season. Caught 6 passes for 86 yards and a touchdown. And then Christian Kirk is coming back to life. 7 passes, 7 catches for 61 yards, 1 TD. And then the Texans on the other ends, we'll talk about that later. But just want to get your thoughts on what you think about your team and the start of the season, my boy.
So, if I'm going to be honest with you, I'm very disappointed. And the reason I'm disappointed is because, again, I'm a real Jacksonville Jaguars fan. I'm not no bandwagon, nothing. What I always want to see is incremental or marginal improvement. That's what I need to see. Trevor Lawrence got his money this offseason. Now, I'm not necessarily saying that makes you play better, but what that should do is that Trevor Lawrence is getting paid to cover up deficiencies on the rest of the team. And what I mean by that is, do we have the best offensive line? No, it's pretty average, but it's decent enough to where Trevor can now take that next step. We have skill positions. We went out, we got Gabe Davis, we got Thomas Bryant Jr., Christian Kirk, his favorite target. We had franchise tag Evan Ingram, but that was Trevor's favorite target last year. Now he has been hurt. He'll be back this week. So maybe Trevor might, find a new exuberance. Travis Etienne has not had the pop that we thought that he was going to have. The reason being is because defenses are not scared of Trevor Lawrence. And they shouldn't be. And then also too, the play calling has just not, I haven't seen anything. I'm like, okay, cool. Dougie P is doing this, or Dougie P is that. Dougie P is a Super Bowl winning coach. You know what I'm saying? A Super Bowl winning coach. And he definitely should be on the hot seat, because we should definitely be better than this. Again, I'm not saying we're on the Chiefs level or this, that, but we should be competing for our division. It's not like our division is murderer's row. We should be competing for the division, threatening to make the playoffs, just like how we were last year. Look at last year. We have a game against the Tennessee Titans, who aren't even playing for anything. King Henry's last game, I was at that game in Tennessee, in Nashville, and what happens? Literally, our offense stalled. We don't score for like 2 whole quarters, and it's just like, bro, it's just so hard being a Jags fan, because we invent ways to lose. This year against the Miami Dolphins, we have them on the ropes, about to go in and go up 3 scores. Travis Etienne fumbles on the 1-yard line, just completely kills our entire drive. We get no points on that. And then what happens the very next drive? Tyreek Hill, 80-yard bomb, from Tua. So it's just like, bro, so many things are wrong with the Jags, but I would have thought we would at least be okay, because we have the quarterback and we have the head coach. When you have those, everything else can kind of just fall into place. You can kind of cover up for a lackluster defense. You can kind of cover up for not necessarily having those skill positions, but we're just terrible right now. And I honestly don't see bad. Can we win this week? Yes, because the Colts don't have JT, and I think AR-15 is questionable, if I'm not mistaken. So maybe at home we could probably do something, and then we go across the pond. We're undefeated in London. So the Jags,
you sure were telling me about that.
Jags season usually don't start until we go across the pond. So we'll see what happens, but maybe we could win the next 3 and kind of somewhat get back on track. You know what I mean?
Brother, that is the toughest thing about football. Because I honestly, when you was talking, I'm looking through the games, numbers, and things like that. Bro, y'all could be 3-1. Seriously, y'all could, the only game y'all did had no chance was against Buffalo. All right, let's just keep it a buck. But y'all could be 3-1, and kind of looking a little bit. I'm a little disappointed in Trevor, bro. He only has 1 interception, but he only has 4 touchdowns. If you're making $220 million, bro, I expect more of a performance from you. But I did see a report that if y'all gonna, if y'all keep losing this way, y'all might get off of Travis Etienne. And I'm kind of curious about how would you feel about, if y'all got off of Etienne. But I'm kind of with you a little bit, Dickie. Of course you should be disappointed, but I think y'all are better than what the record is saying.
100%.
I'm saying, you lost by 3 to Miami. I mean, yeah, damn sure was a winnable game. You lost a close game to the Browns. That was definitely a winnable game. And like you said, Dougie P, hell yeah, he should be on the hot seat. Hell yeah, big time, bro. Big time should be on the hot seat. I'm disappointed myself because Trevor Lawrence is from Georgia, so you already know I rock with Lawrence, bro. But it just seems like he needs to pick it up himself. I'm not gonna give him the bulk of the blame like I normally do for QBs because he only got one interception, so it's not like he's throwing it to the other team. But it just seems like they're missing something, and I don't know what that something is. To be real with you,
bro. I'm on that same damn tip. Like, there's so many inconsistencies that's going on with the offense. It's like you guys are in the bottom half of the league when it comes to completing passes, like literally 5th worst in the league. And it's like you guys show spurts of being great, having great plays, doing great bombs, doing great pass, slants, all this good stuff on offense, and then you shy away from it. And then when it comes to third downs, you guys can't move forward to get a first down to save your life. And it's just like, for me, I don't really care, man, because I don't really care about the Jags like that, man. But just like, it's frustrating that I have one of my boys is a Jags fan, and I'm looking at them and I'm like, yo, like, you guys can't get it together. It's like you guys do good 2 plays and then you do horrible 1 play. You do good 3 plays and then you do horrible the next play. And it's just like, bro, you need that consistency if you want to win in the NFL. Like Rodney said, you guys could be 3-1 right now, but you guys are letting the ball slip, man. Like, crazy, man. It's crazy.
Now, like I said, I don't know that thing that you're saying that we're missing. I don't know if that's maybe like we need like a great defensive player or something or something. Because I think, like I said, offensively, I think we're okay. Like if you look across the entire NFL, look at our skill positions. We have talent at the skill positions. So it's like, you know what? I mean, granted, we have one of the bottom leading defenses. I mean, not leading, excuse me, one of the worst defenses in the NFL. So I don't know. I mean, again, I'm thinking on paper, we look straight. We have Javon Walker. We have Josh Allen on the defensive line. We should be putting pressure on the opposing team's quarterback. Like, you know, I honestly can't even tell you what it is. But again, I think Trevor, you know, I just haven't seen that next step.
Right. That's it. Yeah. That's it. It's good enough, but not enough. Yeah, if you're making that amount of money.
He'll make passes and you'd be like, oh shit. Like he looks like a really good he looks like a really good quarterback. And then on the next play, you're like, dude, what the fuck? Like what's going on here? You know what I'm saying? Within the same thing. So again, I'm still holding out hope. It's not over just yet because, like I said, we have the Colts this week, a divisional game. We can win that. Then we have.
I think you guys win. I think you guys get your first win.
Yeah. Then we have the Patriots and the Bears across the pond. Like I said, undefeated in London. We would be 3-4. You know, we'd be 3-4. And again, our division, I think, is still up in the air because Houston hasn't had that pop that I thought they were going to have. I'm thinking, you know, Houston was going to be like this juggernaut that's unbeatable and stuff like that. You feel what I'm saying? So I don't even think they're at their thing. So maybe, you know, we can kind of gain some ground. But, you know, it's going to be tough. We're definitely at an uphill battle. And Dougie P, he got to step up too, man. I don't want to see Dougie P like, oh, yeah. No, I want to see the fiery Dougie P that was in Philadelphia, that won a Super Bowl with a backup quarterback. You can't tell me, regardless of what you think about Trevor Lawrence, he's a better quarterback than Nick Foles. You know what I'm saying? And granted, now that Eagles team might be a bit better than what the Jags are right now, but I think we have similar comparable players like how the Eagles had back then. I want to see it, Dougie P. That's what I need to see. So that's where I'm at with the Jags, man.
Yeah, man. I mean, there's so long season left, man. You guys are in last place, but easily, like you said, I think you guys win this week and the next 2 games, the Bears, the Patriots. I think you guys can win.
This is a must win. If Jacksonville does not win this game, I mean, I don't suggest tanking, but you should pull a process Philadelphia style and go ahead and get Shadur. I'm just playing. I'm just joking about Shadur part, but get that 1 pick though, bro. It's no point to try to win, be 6 and whatever, and get the 12th pick. I just don't like that logic.
Yeah. Or if not, get Travis Hunter, man. You can play him on whatever side.
I'll take Travis Hunter.
I'll take Travis Hunter too.
I went last week to the UCF versus Colorado game. And
how was that atmosphere?
That was lit.
Bro, let me tell you. First of all, the atmosphere and the environment was awesome. And there were so many people there. I saw Rick Ross. I saw what's the corner that went from Colorado to UF? Quagby? No. I don't know.
I'm blanking. Ain't gonna cap.
Player or he's in the
NFL? Player. Yeah. He's in UF right now. He was in Colorado, and then
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah. He was there, bro. So a whole bunch of celebrities, right? The environment was crazy. I've seen Travis Hunter on TV. I've seen him on highlights. I've seen him on YouTube, and I'm telling you right now, nothing compares on how he plays in person than he plays in TV, bro. Yo, this guy is an absolute animal. You know that pick, that one pick that he got? I was literally watching him that whole play. For some reason, I was just like locked in on him that whole play. And this guy dropped back and then started moving forward before the UCF quarterback even moved his arm back. You know how like you'll see the quarterback move his arm back, you know exactly he's gonna throw it. Before he moved his arm back, he started moving forward. Once the quarterback threw it, bro, this guy just dove at the ball and caught it. And I was just like, yo, this guy's an animal, bro. Goes back to the bench and gets some water, gets back on the field. I'm like, yo, this guy's crazy.
Well, he plays every play, bro.
Every play.
The first every play. Every play. You don't need a break. Like he's a robot.
Crazy. But do you guys think he could do that at the next level? Play both.
Give him a chance. Give him a chance.
Yeah.
If I would have drafted as a GM, we gonna try. We gonna see it. And honestly, I would much rather see him at cornerback. I mean, if I'm gonna choose one,
say that. A lot of people
give me CB Hunter, but I want to play both.
That's what I've been hearing. A lot of cornerbacks. I think Richard Sherman said that as well. That he looks like natural at the corner position as a wide receiver. He's more of like not a project, but like you probably have to work with him type stuff. But I mean, Travis Hunter. Look, you know what? I should have went to that game, man. Bro. You see, I know that atmosphere was going wild up.
I'm jealous, man.
Let's go to that game. Remember, I told you.
Matter of fact, you did say that. You did text me.
I said, bro, it was crazy. It was crazy, man. Bro, even the ticket price was crazy, man. I don't know if you ever been. I don't know if you ever been to a UCF game, but those UCF tickets are like $30 to $50. It was 3 times as much as that, bro.
Oh wow.
I was like, shit. But I was like, fuck it, I'm out there.
Yeah, fuck it.
I'm out there. No, it was a crazy experience.
That's a fact, man.
But yeah, man, a lot of football left, man. We got a lot of college football. We got a lot of NFL football. NBA preseason starts tonight, so that means NBA regular season starts in 3 weeks. We got the NHL coming up too. I've been getting a little into that because Florida Panthers champion.
I don't know shit about.
And then MLB playoffs. MLB playoffs is on the pop, and I think the Yankees play tomorrow. Correct? I think they play tomorrow.
Yes, I think the Yankees play tomorrow. Yep.
Sorry about your Braves. I'm sorry. I thought they were gonna win at least one, dude. Fuck.
Oh, we just got slapped, bro. I'm just real quick on the Braves.
Yeah.
I mean, we lost to Coon at the beginning, Spencer Strider, then Austin Riley at the end. Our best player. This is my take on the Braves. I just got off of it. Our best player can't be Ozuna. It can't. He had a great year, of course. It got to be Matt Olson. It has to be somebody who we brought over to be the big bat for us. We got Matt Olson from the A's. Last year, when everybody was hitting, he won a hit. But this year, like he thought, I don't know what he was on this year, but tremendous disappointment on the hitting aspect for my whole Atlanta Braves. And we had great pitching without Spencer. And hey, man, you get a hot team. That's what happens, man. You take your ass home. So next year, Braves, time to fuck up.
Yeah,
that's all I got.
For real, man. Hey, at least he ain't like the Marlins, though. The Marlins are out there. I don't even know what the hell they're doing. I think they're about to get moved down to AAA. I don't even think they're gonna be representing team.
Chill, bro. Chill.
Shit crazy to me. Man. I promise you go to one of those games, you buy the cheapest ticket, and you could sit front row.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
We should go to.
I've been to the Braves stadium. That Braves, that whole what's it called? It's like a whole.
It's like a whole
chop house. whole mall next to a whole bunch of restaurants.
Oh yeah, we got the battery, bro. We got the battery, man. Yeah, man. Hey, go party and watch us beat some ass, man.
No lie,
Go party with us, man.
Bro. I was out there for work for like a week, and I was out there every single night. I'm like, yo, this shit's raw. You walk around here.
What you do is when you ain't got no money to afford the game, you go sit in that big grass area and be wild, and just have a good old time, man. Hey, forget about the other part, but yeah, man, just enjoy yourself.
Yeah, facts. No, I went when the Braves played the Marlins. Was it last year or 2 years ago? And that whole park is fire. I give us credit on that. Like it's a vibe, bro. It's a vibe.
Yeah, it really is.
Now, G Money, we gotta hit it. Let's hit a Yankees Marlins game next year. You feel me?
I'm done.
Let's see if we win the World Series.
Go down to Miami for a weekend. You know what I'm saying? Visit the family, and we go to a game. And the beers there too. Have you had the beers, the drinks over there, bro?
No.
$8, and it's just like
$8.
No.
It's big. Like,
it's not bad. Okay.
We got Hennessy. I'm not really a beer guy.
Stop speaking my language, Dickie Moss. Stop speaking my language, man.
I like Hennessy too.
Thanks. Love that.
But bro, we got a lot of sports coming up, man, and I'm gonna try and get you guys back on. I would say after the trade deadline, try to do this again.
Sure.
See where our teams are at. See if we're above 500 or below 500. Hopefully, in Dickie's sake, you're close to 500.
With at least one win.
Yeah.
We definitely should be in more. But before I want to ask y'all who y'all got playing in the Super Bowl and winning the Super Bowl right now. 4 weeks into the season, who you got?
If CMC comes back healthy, I got the Niners in the NFC, and I can't count on Mahomes, bro. I'll say a rematch.
A rematch?
I can't count on Mahomes, man.
Okay. Right now, Lions.
Ravens.
Ravens. I like that one.
Time for Lions to end that narrative, man. Listen, man.
I'm gonna go halves with y'all. I'll take one from each of y'all. I think I'm gonna go Lions, Chiefs. I mean, to be the man, you gotta beat the man. But I just like the way the Lions team is just set up. I think, I'm saying I think they okay. And the Niners, they dealing with some injuries and stuff like that. And listen, they barely won last year. So I really think the Lions could have beat them last year type shit.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
I just don't like the Lions secondary, man. The secondary scares me, bro. Like they need to improve there. I know they got the rookie, but like even then he's getting a little cooked out there. I'm not up front, but if that secondary improves and they start shutting teams down when it comes to the receivers, I agree. The Lions
they're gonna shoot out, man. They ain't gonna. Don't worry. Their defense. Don't worry. It ain't coming. They're shooting it out, bro. That's the only bet, bro.
That's what I was gonna say, because I think the Lions can win any way you want to, whether that's running the ball. If you need to throw the ball 60 times like how the Falcons just did, I think Jared Goff can do that as well. And Sam Laporta still hasn't even done nothing. He's been very quiet. So is Amon-Ra St. Brown. Has really been the other guys been stepping up with Gibbs, Williams, and stuff like that. You feel me? David Montgomery is always a red zone touchdown guy. He just eats up red zone touchdowns. So that's why I really have the Lions. And I like their coach. You know what I'm saying? They rally. They really want to win for him and stuff for the coach. So that's why I got Lions Chiefs right now. You feel me?
Yep. All right. Well, Rodney, let these people know where they can follow you, where they can view your stuff, man, and get your shit on and popping.
All right, so if you want to catch the Snooty Lounge podcast side, you can actually Google Snooty Lounge podcast. I'm on Apple, Spotify, anywhere where you want to listen to, or YouTube. But if you want to catch me on the professional side, you want to catch CBS Rodney, I'm on CBS 44. If you want to find me on SouthGATV.com, SouthGATV.com, CBS 44, and I'm also if you're in the South area, want to catch up on me, you got some sports you want to give up to me, you can email me at Rodney, RODNEY .Washington, spelled like, of course, like the name is, at SouthGATV.com. You got a good sports story? Hit your brother up, man, because I will pull up. Hey, much love for y'all, man. Thank you so much for that.
Thank you. What you got, man?
No, man, listen, just, follow me at Monster Big Boss on all social media platforms, man. Listen, Sports Vibes Podcast. Still alive and well. And again, just try to, get me out my depression of the Jags, man. I'm a little depressed right now, but hopefully my depression will turn into a little sunshine on Sunday. You feel me?
Bro, come and visit me up here, dog. We'll go out, we'll get some drinks, we'll watch a game, we'll go out party. I got you, bro. I got you.
That's fact. No fighting, though.
Yeah. Facts.
I couldn't even do none of that. Come on, face, bro.
Man. That's fucking hilarious. Guys, you know where you can follow me on Twitter at GeorgeMike Perez, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube at GMike Media _. The audio version of this podcast is available on all podcast platforms and on YouTube as well with the video recording. And don't forget, if you're a sports gambler, I run a sports Telegram channel where we charge $5 a month to get you winnings from $10 to $50 to $100 a day. You'll see the link on your screen. Or if not, just hit me up on one of my socials, slide in my DM, and we'll get you on and pop, baby. Guys, after a week, after the trade deadline in the NFL, gonna have you guys back on, and we're gonna see where our teams are at for real.
That's a fact. Listen, Devontae, come to Jacksonville.
Hey.
Hey, that would be love, though. That would be love. Just make sure you don't go to the Saints. That's all I ask for. Make sure you just don't go to the Saints.
You don't like him on the Saints?
That is.
I don't know. As a Falcon fan, hell no.
Oh, yeah.
As an aficionado who like to game NFL, hell yeah, that would be love, man. That would work good.
That'd be crazy. Yeah. But I think he's going to the Jets. I think he's going.
You think so?
Yeah.
Shit, maybe you go to the Cowboys. CD and Devontae.
Man, don't get me started. We were about to do another hour. Don't get me started. All right, my boys. Thank you again, bro. Have you back on. And, have a blessed, workful, successful day, my dog.
Have a good weekend. Don't get too drunk, man.
Blessings, y'all.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
God bless.